bus stop hands and sleeves, breathe like clouds on frozen eaves. We shared a silence cold and kind, like winter knew we'd soon unwind. Bus stop silhouettes in morning blue, you with your scarf, me missing you. The world moved fast, we stayed slow, two shadows lost in falling snow. You never said the words out loud, but I felt them drift between the crowd. The bus pulled in, you turned your face like you were fading into space. Bus stop silhouettes in morning blue, you with your scarf, me missing you. The world moved fast, we stayed slow, two shadows lost in falling snow. Now every winter's just a guess of what we meant in that last breath. Bus stop silhouettes blur and blend, a quiet love that couldn't bend. And though that day was cold and wet, I still wait with
I still remember the way the curtains fell, like a whisper, like a spell. You stood so quiet in the frame, with morning light that knew my name. The way the curtains fell that day told me you were on your way. No need for words, no need for sound. Your silence echoed all around. You traced the air with fingertips, then kissed me soft without your lips. You turned to leave without a pace, and left the sun to touch your face. The way the curtains fell that day told me you were on your way. No need for words, no need for sound. Your silence echoed all around. Now I keep them just the same, still dancing with your final name. The way the curtains fell was you in gentle folds of love once true, and every breeze I feel at dawn reminds me where your soul has
By the river's gentle side, I watch the water, I watch the tide. Every current calls your name, yet the river's never the same. Where the river meets the sea, that's where you'll return to me through the storms and endlessly. Where the river meets the sea.
I cast my dreams into the flow, hoping someday you will know. Though the
Distance pulls apart, the river carries still my heart. Where the river meets the sea, that's where you'll return to me through the storms and endlessly. Where the river meets the No tide too strong, no storm too wild. I'll wait with hope forever mild. Love will guide you back to me. Where the river meets the sea. Where the river meets the sea, that's where you'll return to me
found a bench beside the moon where shadows danced and hearts would swoon. You told me secrets slow and shy while stars were falling from the sky. Bench beside the moon, just us two, city asleep and sky so blue, with whispered words and hands held tight. We stitched our love in silver light. You traced the shape of Orion's line and said one day you'd make it mine. But all we needed was that place with moonlight falling on your face. Bench beside the moon, just us two, city asleep in sky so blue, with whispered words and hands held tight. We stitched our love in silver light. Though you're gone, I still return to where our quiet candles burn. Bench beside the moon, still there, holding echoes in the air. And every time the moon is high, I feel your love beneath the sky. You said the ocean sounded right in porcelain at morning light. We sipped our tea and watched the shore like we'd been here forevermore. Teacups and tides, slow and wide, moments drift, and so did pride. We held the silence, soft and blue, and let the waves do what they do. Your hand would circle round the rim, like touching time on every whim. No rush, no rules, just breathe and breeze. Two hearts floating out with ease. Teacups and tides, slow and wide, moments drift, and so
will sit and let it steep. The sea, the stillness, love too deep. Teacups and tides, ever near, I stir the past and bring you here. Though you're gone, your rhythm stays in every cup and ocean day. You wrote in purple fountain ink on pages torn from notebooks pink. You sealed them with a waxy heart and tied them up like fragile art. Lavender letters, scent and style. You made each word worth every mile. I kept them in a velvet tin to read when I felt small again. You wrote of skies and second chances, of quiet thoughts and sideways glances, and in between the lines I knew your heart was stitching something true. Lavender letters, scent and style. You made each word worth every mile. I kept them in a velvet tin to read when I felt small left toast crumbs on the plate, and Billie Holiday playing late. The windows steam, the clock ticks slow, and I just watch the morning glow. Toast, crumbs, and jazz, sugar and steam. You made real life feel like a dream. We didn't rush, we didn't plan. We loved the way the quiet ran. You'd tap your spoon in triple time and sip your tea like it was wine. You'd dance between the kitchen walls, like every step could break the fall. Toast, crumbs, and jazz, sugar and steam. You made real life feel like a dream. We didn't rush, we didn't plan. We loved the way the quiet ran. Now when the record gently spins, I taste your love in little things. Toast, crumbs, and jazz, and your old grin still live beneath my fragile skin. Though days have changed and time has passed, I find you in the notes that last.
There are crumbs on the counter where you stood, left from toast and all that's good. You used to hum while spreading jam. Now silence echoes where I am. Crumbs on the counter, tea gone cold. Memories too soft to hold. You left the light on by the sink and vanished faster than I think. Your mug still resting by the stove, the one you claimed and always drove. You'd sip and speak of little things. Now I just watch the kettle sing. Crumbs on the counter, tea gone cold. Memories too soft to hold. You clean. The ghost of you and in between. Crumbs on the counter, proof remains of quiet love and breakfast stains. And though you're gone, I always find a trace of you in daily time. Crumbs on the counter, tea gone cold, memories too soft to hold. You left the light on by the sink and vanished faster than I think, and vanished faster than I think.
You wore aprons with a grin, hair tied loose, flour on your skin. The kitchen clock had lost its will, but in your hands the world stood still. Aprons and afternoon sun, you made the boring parts feel fun with lemon zest and quiet tunes. You turned the days into warm June. You'd hum a song, then stir the pot, forget the time, forget the plot. But somehow life would taste just right with you beside me in the light. Aprons and afternoon sun, you made the boring parts feel fun with lemon zest and quiet tunes. You turn the days into warm
We sat in booths with vinyl red. You stirred your drink, then shook your head. Rain traced stories down the glass, while headlights flickered slowly past. Diner window, rain and sighs. You never looked me in the eyes. The jukebox played our silent theme of broken hearts and shattered dreams. You said you didn't want to fight, but left the cream and took the night. I stayed behind alone with tea, and every song you left in me. Diner window, rain and sighs. You never looked me in the eyes. The jukebox played our silent theme of broken hearts and shattered dreams. Now when it storms and diners hum, I feel the night where you went Diner window, rain remains a frame of love that slipped its chains. Though neon fades and doors may close, that scene still plays in silent prose. You brought the radio outside with muddy boots and open stripe. The garden bloomed beneath your hum, a quiet joy that softly strummed. Radio in the garden air, you made the stillness full of care. With every weed and every row, you planted tunes that used to grow.
The birds would join, the bees would sway, as records turned to light the day. You sang along off key on time, like nature wrapped inside a rhyme.
Radio in the garden air, you made the stillness full of care. with every weed and every row. You planted tunes that used to grow. Now when the earth begins to sing, I feel the song used to bring. Radio in the garden still plays in my hands and windowsill. Though time has tilled our days apart, your melody still feeds my heart. You pack the grapes and cherry wine, a checkered cloth, the stars align. We watch the sun sink soft and low, as if it knew we'd let love grow. Picnic at dusk, carts align, blankets wrapped in stolen time. You played guitar with hands so slow and sang me songs the breeze would know. The sky turned blush, the crickets hum. You whispered words, my thoughts went numb. The moon peeked out and softly shone, as if the world was ours alone. Picnic at dusk, hearts align, blankets wrapped in stolen time. You played guitar with hands so slow and sang me songs the breeze would know.
footsteps echoed soft at dawn. On vinyl floors we danced upon. No music played, just morning hush and shuffling steps in sleepy rush. Footsteps on the vinyl floor spoke the love we can't restore. Barefoot beats and whispered grace left behind in that old space. You'd hum along with kettle song, and I would sway and tag along. No choreography, no rules, just lovers dancing before school. Footsteps on the vinyl floor spoke the love we can't restore. Barefoot beats and whispered grace left behind in that old space. Now I tiptoe through the days, still hearing your morning phrase. Footsteps fade, but not the sound of love we found in shaky ground. And though the vinyl's cold and cracked, your rhythm plays when I look back. You wore your flannel like a shield in autumn winds and open fields. A camera flash, a crooked grin. We captured love and soft within. Flannel hearts and Polaroids, moments still the noise of voice. You and me in overcast, holding tight to what would last. We laughed in grainy, blurry light, our faces framed in black and white. The photo curled, the thread unsewn, but love like that is always known. Flannel hearts and Polaroids, moments still may fade, the light we had, the Polaroid still makes me glad. Flannel hearts and Polaroids, moments still the noise avoids. You and me in overcast, holding tight to what would last.
You made me a mixtape last July, full of songs we love to drive by. Track 3 hit as raindrops fell. You made me a mixtape last July, full of songs we love to drive by. Track 3 hit as raindrops fell. That chorus still I know too well. Mixtape for a rainy ride, windows fogged, your hand in mine. Each song a mile, each beat a sign that love can live in loops of time. We didn't talk, we just let it play. The lyrics said what we couldn't say. You smiled at the second verse. I laughed when yours was even worse. Mixtape for a rainy ride, windows fogged, your hand in mine. Each song a mile, each beat a sign that love can live in loops of time. Now I drive alone these days, but still replay our rainy ways. Mixtape crack, but still it sings of hearts and storms and hopeful things. And when the sky begins to cry, I'll let our playlist say goodbye. You sat halfway up the stairs, tangled hair steam and vinyl spins. That's the way our day begins. Sunday morning by the stairs, no need for plans, just sleepy glares. You'd hum a tune, I'd play along in silent song. We wrote our song. Your fingers traced the old rail lines as if love lived between the signs. We didn't need to leave the space to feel the world in your embrace. Sunday morning by the stairs, no need for plans, just sleepy glares. You'd hum a tune, I'd play along in silent soft. We wrote our song. Now I climb those steps alone, but hear your laughter in the stone. The sun still hits that second stare, and though you're gone, you're always there in dust that dances through the air. I find our Sunday morning Everyone played our side, the smiles, the laughs, the golden day. But no one hears the songs we hide on the B-side where we cried. The B-side of our story played when lights were low and hearts betrayed. It wasn't perfect, but it's real. The tracks we skipped are what we feel. Saturday was kissed with morning glow. The B-side held what love must know. The fights, the doubts, the nights we broke, the things we whispered, never spoke. The B-side of our story played when lights were low that's where love lived true and deep. On B-side songs we chose to keep a B-side of our story played when lights were low and hearts betrayed. It wasn't perfect, but